Hello everybody, and welcome back to some SkyT. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode we got together, and I need to get our screenshot for last episode. We got together and made our way through thermal. And for the most part, we are pretty much done with thermal. We do have a few more machines to make. But to progress through to industrial foregoing, which is what we are going to work on today, we should be good to go. Now, industrial foregoing is what we're going to need in order to get into our other stuff. Mechanisms, power, we should be good to go with some of this stuff. Flux networks, which isn't even on the list. Well, no, it is on the transfer stuff. And this is the main thing that I want to get into industrial foregoing for now. It makes transferring power a lot easier, and we need a dissolution chamber for that. So all of it fairly easy, nothing too big. So industrial foregoing is not where we were starting. We are going to start with entangled blocks, and that is because we need a way to get this power elsewhere until we can get into flux networks. And that's what we're going to work on today. So, we're going to need ender pearls. And I still yet to hook... I'm going to turn my magnet off before I come over here. Because this thing has a tendency of running. There's nothing in there. Oh, that's beautiful. That's the whole reason why we've made this mob farm. There it goes. I don't know what's going on. Every once in a while it does that. Anyways, we need ender pearls for this. So to make our entangled block, we need... we're going to need a few of these. We'll grab like 4-ish. And we'll grab a entangled binder. We need that. Beautiful. That quest is now complete. That gives us another entangled block. So, what we can do, if we come over here, and we can place this guy right here. And we shift right click with that, and then right click on that, boom, that gives us this block in here. So now if I get rid of this, and I connect that, or put that there, and that, it's not giving us any power. This oh, don't tell me that's not going to work with that block. It's connected. But why are we not outputting power? Auto input enabled, auto output enabled. This should be filling up. Well, let's try some different pipes. See what we can't do here. Alright, that's what it was. It's because I didn't have a way of switching the mechanism pipes. So, but that's working now. And we're getting servos. And this is all going, and we're good to go. We're ready to move on to our next bit of business, which is to get into our industrial foregoing stuff. So all this stuff can go up for the moment. The mechanism pipes we don't need since we can't use them right now. And our Stirling dynamos can go up. Beautiful. We're ready to go. Alright, so industrial foregoing. We need pity machine frames. These guys aren't bad. Compressed cobblestone, lead plates. That's lovely. So we're going to need that. And of course we need to get into our fluid extractors. That recipe doesn't look like it has changed any, so that should be easy enough for us to do. And our latex processing unit. We need to get at least a bucket of latex before we can do that, and that's easy enough for us to do. So, as is before, one thing I want to look at. We need some kind of block placer. We have the factory block placer. This should be easy enough for us to do. We'll get that, and I'll get all this stuff made, and we'll be back. Alright, so we got this just about ready to get started. That's not what I wanted. Shoot. That's the wrong wrench. So we need this guy set up to output. We will come down here. We'll go ahead and break all of that. We shouldn't need to get down there again. And then we should be able to... That's not what I wanted. Throw a bunch of these guys in here, and this will start getting latex. Beautiful. That's what I needed to do. And I don't have... this is something that I learned. The builder's wand will actually pull blocks out of our dank mill, which is lovely, because that makes it to where building platform out is a whole lot easier. So now that we've got this guy all set up, we can get some of our fluid pipes. Set these guys all to extract. We need another tank, which means I've got to get some more glass, because we are out of glass. Alright, so we got everything placed. We got our bucket of latex. So we've got this guy being piped in underneath here. We've got some tanks set up. And we are ready to go with our next bit of business, which is going to be our latex processing unit. This guy right here, which outside of a redstone block, we should have everything we need for it. What are we missing? A bucket of water. That is easy enoughly done. I just lost everything. We come over here, and now we should have everything we need for this guy. Beautiful. There we go. We have our processing unit. We'll place this guy down right here-ish. Beautiful. Alright, so we've got to give it power, we've got to give it water, and we've got to give it latex. All the above. So, first things first, we're going to place down 3 entangled blocks. Like so. We're going to get our entangler. I accidentally clicked that pipe with that, but we're going to right-click that guy, and we're going to right-click this guy. And if we set this to latex, we want to pull from that side. That's going to pull that latex into there, and we can do that without any kind of pipes. Next up, we're going to need our power. So let's shift right-click on that guy. And we'll put the power into the top. And that's not going to work because it's not going to straight output the power. We're going to have to use a pipe for that. For the time being. And with this guy, this should now be getting, it's got power, it's getting latex. Next up is our water. Now, I looked at the recipe for the sink. If we look at our aqueous accumulator, we need a water condensator, which that's not that. We can't do it just yet because of plastic. So sink's a little bit harder to make. So I did make us an aqueous accumulator, and I hid it back here. This guy is just making water. So that's the wrong block. I'm going to entangle that with our other block back here. And we will set the water side to the back as pull and getting water. And we've got latex, and it's making our tiny dry rubber. Lovely. Alright, so that part's done. So we've got the aqueous accumulator taken care of. We've got equipment. I went and cleaned out our mob farm. It was starting to get a bunch of stuff in it. Not stuff, but you know what I mean. Bunch of bows and a bunch of armor. Nothing that we really needed. So yeah, I went and done that. And then industrial foregoing, we've got our pity machine frame, we've got our fluid extractors made, and we've got our latex processing unit. Acacia logs have the best output rate. We don't have acacia logs growing. We've got oak growing. It's alright. We'll live with that for now. Alright, so next up is we've got our dissolution chamber. We need to make, well, we got to get plastic. Plastic, we need dry rubber. So we need to set this guy up to be making our rubber. So, we're going to look at this guy here. Sequential fabricators machine that crafts items. We can make this guy, and all this stuff can go away. This will turn the pieces of dry rubber. I don't think we have any use for these. No, we don't need to do that. We need to save our dry rubber for dielectric paste. That's good to know. I'm glad I looked at that. So, never mind. We don't need to do that. We'll just let this guy go. We will get us a drawer. And from here, for the time being, output, we want this set to push. We'll keep these guys here. And now we just need to wait on us to get enough to get into our dissolution chambers. We're going to need one for latex. That's going to get us our next tier machine frame. At least for now. We need one for latex. That's going to get us our steel casings for mechanism. And then we're also going to need one now for lava, so we can get into our flux network. So I need to make 3 of these guys, so I need to wait for quest. Why do I still have a quest? We need 6 the way. Industrial foregoing, we've got that. That needed, I have no idea what quest that was. And mechanism, that unlocked. So yeah, we're really just waiting on some of this here plastic. And we can speedy these guys up. That should give us a little bit faster. Not a whole lot faster. I don't have a whole lot of time in this guy. Yep, that's it. That's all we got. So, yep, we're waiting on more latex. We need enough to do 6. Alright, so we are back. This guy's been running for a little bit. We should have most of what we need. And while I was waiting for that to run, I have added a second latex processing, not processing, the fluid extractors. And that's because we're going to need one for, to do this the easy way, we're going to need one for making our dry rubber, and then one for making our upgraded machine frames and some of the other stuff. So I figured that it was better to do it this way than it was to just try to pull off of just one tank. So we've got that going on. So now we should be able to take these guys, put those in there, and we've got more than enough, at least for the moment, to take care of what we need. Now, as far as any kind of farming, there's really no need for us to do any crop farming. The botany pots, we can upgrade them. That'll be enough for what we need. So, but we still got some other stuff to do as far as what we're going to need to get into. Part of it's going to be setting up some laser miners eventually, stuff like that. But for the time being, yeah, we have nothing that we need for that. I forgot what we were even working on now. It's been a minute. Thermal series. Oh, I did make the integral component, and the reason why I did that was to give us A, more power, and B, more power output. This has doubled it. We've now got 2 million RF, and we can transfer 2,000 in and out. But we need to, yeah, that. And then we were industrial foregoing. We were working our way to the chemical dissolution chambers. This guy here. I completely lost it. Alright, so, as I said, we're going to need a few of these, but for now, all we need is 3. We need one for our latex, that latex. We need one for this latex that we're standing on, and then we need one for lava. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get what we need together, which we're going to need some buckets. We're going to need some diamond gears. That should be enough. And other than that, we should be good to go. No, we are not. It does not like using these chests for anything. So we need, let's get rid of that. I need some oak. We'll just make a stack of those and be done with it. So we need 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. We are also going to need we'll see how we do this. I may not need that. Should be able to, while we've got all this here, let's just go ahead and keep all of this stuff right here. So we're going to need 1 entangled block for this latex. And we can set this guy up. Fluid output, fluid input, pull. That's going to get us that. Beautiful. And if we come over here, we can place this guy down. We can grab our entangled binder. And we can click on that one. And select this. And then we also need to set this guy to input, or to pull. Why is that not pulling? That worked just fine. Huh. Well, give me just a minute. Alright, so I had to pipe it in, which is fine. It's no big deal. We may have to do the exact same thing with our lava. And that's not what I wanted. Let's put this guy over here, because this is going to be something that we're going to be using a lot of, especially here at the beginning. So can I place this guy down? And let's try this with the lava and see if we actually have to pipe it. So that guy, fluid input, pull. Yeah, it's got to be piped also. Alright, so we've got all these. I went ahead and changed this one out. That way it didn't look different than the rest of them. So yeah, we've got latex, and we got latex, and we've got lava. So there we go. We are good to go with all of that, and we can start making some other stuff as we go. So quest for that is now complete. our simple machine frames. This is what we're going to need to get into the next tier of stuff, and also what we are going to need to get into, well, quite a bit of other stuff. So let's look at that. So we need a latex. We're going to need plastic. And we're still short on the plastic spectrum. We may need to see about getting some energy to these guys. If that's the thing. But we do need... Well, let's look at this. Alright, and so to finish off our bit of business for today, we are going to make at least one of these guys. We need nether brick. That can go up. We don't have any of that. We need one of our machine frames. We need a gold gear. We need a lot more gold than that. Well, not a lot, but you know what I mean. Let's throw these guys in here, and then we will get, we've got gold gears. I forgot I made a bunch of those. I just put them up. One of those, and I need 2 pieces of iron. So this guy and that guy, and this guy. And boom, we've got us a simple machine frame. Now, like I said, with that will lead us into being able to get into automating bees here soon. We're going to need a bunch of that going on. Bees are not going to be fun. I'm not looking forward to doing bees. But other than that, that's kind of where we're at. So let's complete this quest that actually gives us a second one. And that's all we got. So basically this leads us down to doing our mob slaughter factory, getting into the advanced machine frame so we can do the mob duplicating and stuff like that, which I'm not too concerned about just yet. And then we need to get into the fluid lasers, which are not fluid lasers, but the lasers and the fluid lasers. That's something, but that's a little bit further off than what we need right now. But that gives us what we need to get into some better power storage and then better power production. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.